Welcome to the Orientation on GRU Division Psychotronics, also known as GRU Division P. As you may not know, the seed of GRU-P was planted by a small gathering of suitably open-minded men under Stalin to investigate the murder of prominent Bolshevik leader Kirov. The history books will tell you Kirov was simply shot and killed. But Stalin knew better. I refer, of course, to the fact that Kirov was murdered using and construct invasive reality discrepancy. Dr. Gerhardt, you will know what I'm talking about. What they found during the investigation gave Stalin enough to feed his paranoia, and the Abnormal Occurrences Commission was allowed to expand its work. Having carried out Stalin's inquest, their attention soon turned to the possible exploitation of anomalous means for the benefit of the motherland. Let's just say that they found enough to exploit. Once the Soviets realized the capitalist nations were far ahead of them in paranatural research, with special consideration given to a vast gulf between them and Nazi Germany, GRU-P became the institution designed to fill this gap. Now, you might have gleaned some of this from the Foundation's internal documentation on the group. What that won't tell you, though, is the extent of damage GRU-P's activities have done to this reality construct. During the Second World War, hundreds of thousands of bombs fell on occupied Europe. Many of them didn't explode. And to this day, people find unexploded armed ordnance in their backyards. If we translate this to GRU-P, we need to add the fact that this ordnance can have razor-sharp teeth, be able to teleport instantly, phase in and out of existence, end the world by a twinkle in its eye. Fact of the matter is, we have no idea how many projects the Russians had going at any one time. And we have no way of knowing where it all went. When that wall came down, GRU-P vanished. And most of its files, personnel, and anomalies went with it. This isn't to say the threat is gone. While no longer backed by a superpower, we know that many persons associated with the defunct GRU-P continue to collaborate, in many cases preserving and continuing their work from before the fall of the Iron Curtain. Similar to the collapse of Prometheus Labs, they are not to be considered a relic of the past. That is why you should be far more knowledgeable, and even more importantly, far more concerned about GRU Division P than you probably are right now. We have a small selection of projects dealing with their interests, as most of you will know, but we have no real clue how much we're still missing. GRU Division P shares overall aims with its superorganization, as per order of the head committee of GRU number 13 SAS 965. These include discovering, obtaining, or neutralizing foreign technologic developments that could endanger the USSR, and broadly, the states of the Socialist International, their citizenry, or its overall political, economic, military, and scientific aims. GRU Division P is aimed at suppressing hostile abnormal activities within the states of the Socialist International, documenting abnormal phenomena, and researching means of their use in furthering the overall aims of the organization. GRU Division P will fulfill chiefly the following goals: gathering intelligence data in designated countries, of interest regarding the aims, means, and procedure of governments, groups, organizations, or individuals, hostile towards USSR or otherwise deemed dangerous, specifically where these possess or exploit abnormal means. Checking, analyzing and processing information regarding abnormal occurrences within and without USSR territory. Neutralizing or containing hostile abnormal occurrences within USSR territory. Researching abnormal occurrences within USSR territory. Aiming to improve the efficiency and security of the procedures enacted in order to neutralize or contain them. Researching abnormal occurrences within and without USSR territory in order to bring about their exploitation and use to further organizational goals. Identifying and obtaining access to abnormal phenomenon with a high estimated economic, military, scientific, or political value, especially if in possession of hostile organizations or individuals. Lastly, identifying and recruiting or eliminating individuals with knowledge of abnormal occurrences where such is suitable with regards to overall organizational aims. GRU Division P will cooperate with the Institute of Experimental Marxism-Leninism, aimed at furthering political developments within the world, so as to further the social advancement towards the establishment of a communist society. GRU Division P will screen for and prevent mimetic or other cognitohazardous contamination that aims to subvert key political, economic, or ideological goals abroad, or introduce such contagion within USSR territory. Additionally, GRU Division P will enact cooperation with allied organizations outside USSR, chiefly national intelligence organizations departments concerned with abnormal occurrences of allied states, and psychotronics research organizations of allied states. Those of you who have paid attention can come to me afterwards for more information on what we know is out there. Those of you who either didn't hear or don't care, I hope that you never have the misfortune of finding out just how right I am.
Comrades, it was with great sadness, but greater concern, that 4 months ago we learned of the death of our comrade, friend, and example, Sergei Myronovich Kirov. A death which, as we, through the efforts of the commission seated here today, have learned, came of the crooked hands of domestic reaction, embedded deeper than we would have expected. But more came from the efforts of the commission's diligent work. What did? That it warrants the time of all of us that have met here. The answer, as it turns out, is that the vile act has been committed through means which go beyond our understanding, and I do not object to saying beyond common sense. After all, if to a group of Chekists one would suggest that when a criminal has snuck to the office of a key party worker with a gun and was not admonished by the present guards, neither at entrance nor at the floors, that these guards have been neither negligent nor corrupt and complicit in the sabotage, but instead bewitched by a trinket of the man's carry, one would be met with gales of laughter well justified. Yet, in this case, as unbelievable as it is, this was shown to be what took place. Comrade Mitrokov, step forwards and demonstrate. Thank you, Comrade Mitrokov. And here, you stand and think nothing out of order has happened, and that I am playing an elaborate prank. But Comrade Petliar, do tell me, where is your party legitimation? And Comrade Novikov, why did you too give your penknife to Comrade Mitrokov? And you, Comrade Novikov, why are you wearing your wallet as a hat? Because Comrade Mitrokov must have had grave reasons to place it there. Am I right? Comrade Mitrokov and his group has diligently worked on trying to understand the workings of the little item, as well as trying to work out where the nest of traitors responsible for Comrade Kirov's death lies, and it is on a tall tree indeed. Still, while up there the Trotskyites might indeed feel safe, they shall find themselves 3 walls short of a cell sooner rather than later. But such is alarming news. Why so? Because, comrades, here we see Trotskyites, mistaken as they are, using knowledge we lack to take the life of a good communist. And where such a thing happened once, it might happen again. Knowledge, as old proverbs say, is a weapon, and knowledge that we do not possess is a weapon held to our necks. We must therefore strive to seize such a weapon from the hands of our enemies. And to do that, we must find about it first. As it turns out, Comrade Mitrokov here has found where it has its origin, the supposed miracle the scheming traitors gave to the perpetrator, and that he lost on his way out. In a village near Leningrad, where a rumor goes about that a shot white guard holding the little pewter cross somehow sneaked right past a platoon of our troops and seized the machine gun behind them, killing a dozen before a grenade took him down. Turns out someone has dug out where he and a number other whites were buried some months before Comrade Kirov's life was taken on NKVD orders. What is more, our comrades in the Commission have investigated dozens of other such rumors and telltales, and at least in 2 others have found things that cannot be brushed under the carpet either. Comrades, all of us here are bearers of a scientific, atheistic worldview, and as such would be quick to see folk tales and rumors of the sort as mere superstition stemming from a lack of knowledge and a priest's fairy tale worldview. Still, time to time, such superstition sticks to something that is genuine, and to dismiss that would be the act of not a materialist, but a know-it-all, with a worldview so rigid it can hardly be called scientific. After all, our great-grandfathers would say it was Lord God who made rain fall and lightning strike. But while a Leninist knows they were wrong, he still could do better than stick his arse towards the sky in a thunderstorm, for it makes them no less real. No, comrades, the work of the Abnormal Occurrences Commission shall continue. From now on, it shall look at things taking place, which by all reason should not have, all over the Union, and with full support of the Politburo and the 4th Department behind it. Most of such will likely prove to be empty rumors and nonsense. But even one needle in a haystack can kill a horse. And when their diligent efforts bring understanding, we shall make use of this understanding to deal many a blow to the enemies of Soviet people in a manner they would never have dreamed of. I leave you with the saying of our dear comrade, Academician Mikurin. We cannot wait for favors from nature. To take them from it, that is our task.